I saw the independent film East of Wall last night, and here are my thoughts up next at Mark at the Movies. So I had the opportunity last night to see the AMC screen unseen of East of Wall, and it is an independent film written and directed by Kate Beecroft. This is actually her directorial debut. It debuted at Sundance Film Festival in January of this year, and I have mixed thoughts about this film. So one of the problems with AMC Screen Unseen, and this is a little tangent that goes off a little bit, but one of my challenges with it is that when you walk into a film, you don't know what it's going to be. You don't know what, a lot of times even the genre isn't clear, and sometimes they get it wrong. So when the title comes up, you got to kind of catch up in your mind, like, oh, what is this about? What are we doing here? And, instead of knowing what you're going into and knowing what you're going to enjoy beforehand. So this was a movie that I had no idea existed before I saw it, and had to do the research afterwards on this film. So this is East of Wall is a docudrama that's both pulled from real life, but that has fictional elements to it as well. Beecroft went ahead and recruited the real life people that went through these situations, and some of those actors are real life family members, Tamitha Zuniga and Portia Zuniga. And it's a story of a woman who's lost her husband, who is a spectacular horse trainer, and is trying to go through grief while also not just taking care of her family, but taking care of the town's teenagers as well, and her journey and her family's journey as well. And I will say that the best part and the worst part of this film is the document piece of it, the documentary piece of it, because honestly, these people that are in the movie, that are the real life people that live in the Badlands, that live in South Dakota, that experience many of these things, they're so likable. They are really, really lovely people, it seems like. And when you get to know them through the film in the first 45 minutes, there's a relationship there, and they were really trying their best. It would have made an excellent documentary, full stop. But Kate Beecroft chose to make a fictional documentary as well and add elements into this film. I would say that I'm going to go with the positives first. Man, it is beautifully shot. I've been in the Badlands a few times, and it was so cool to see the Badlands and to see Wall Drug and to see that area of South Dakota. Some of the horse riding and horse auctioning scenes are really beautiful. And the way that it was shot, the cinematographer, Austin Shelton, does an excellent job with the lighting and the lenses. It really does feel like a documentary. Here's where the problems come in because of the fictional elements. And I'm thinking that Scooter McNeary, he's a professional actor, his character and his storyline as the possible benefactor and person that comes in that may or may not save the family, his whole storyline is probably the fictional piece, because the story needed, conflict, and it needed to be able to have some kind of exciting piece to it. And that's where I think it falls flat. I think this movie could have been an excellent documentary. I think it could have been a great fictional piece, and they could have hired professional actors for it. But because the family is not, and the kids, they're real life, South Dakotans. Is it South Dakotans? I don't know. So they're not real actors. So a lot of the acting felt flat, and the script did not do them any justice. And I would guess that it's from the first-time director and from the not really up to par script. So then you bring in this professional actor, Scooter McNeary, and McNary, excuse me, and you could tell that he's a professional actor. He's expecting things. You got others that are not. It just didn't really, it didn't jibe. There was too much. I could have sworn that TikTok had some money in this movie because I think they say the phrase TikTok probably 12 times in the film. And there was a total of probably 4 or 5 minutes of 15-second TikToks in this film. It was an interesting conglomeration. I will say that, this is one of those films you walk in the Sundance Film Festival, and it's probably an indie darling. It's probably something that's like, oh, this is such a great independent filmmaking at its finest. And I will say that there are pieces of that here. You can tell that that Beecroft is a young upcoming director that may be able to make a dent in Hollywood somewhere. But ultimately, for me, this movie fell flat. There were too many scenes where nothing was going on, where the acting was stilted, and ultimately the story was not compelling enough. Should have either been a documentary or a fictional story, and you should have gone one way or the other. All that being said, because of the effort and because of all they put into it, and certainly the big heart that goes into it, and the amazing cinematography, I will give this a low 3 stars, something maybe you can check out on streaming. Well, what about you? Did you see East of Wall? What did you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let's start a conversation. And like and subscribe this video. Let's continue to go to the movies at Mark at the Movies.